Okay, what's up, y'all? Truth Channel here. I can't stress enough how valuable I think it is for each and every one of us to be ourselves at all time, no matter what anyone else is doing, no matter what anyone else is saying, no matter what situation you find yourself in, no matter who you're around. No matter what people tell you, what your family tells you, what your friends tell you, where you work at, what they tell you, this is one of the most important things in life is to be comfortable with yourself and be real with yourself. You know, I watch so many videos on YouTube and I click on stuff just to get an idea and just to see how other people are and what they do with their own lives. And I hear so much of this. You should be this way when you're around this woman if you're a man. And don't do too much of this. Don't overdo this. Don't underdo this. You know, if you cannot be yourself at all times 100%, then you're not being you. There's going to come a time down the road where the person that you talked with, they're going to realize that that really wasn't you. You understand what I mean? There's somewhere down the road where they're going to say, oh, well, I thought that you loved me so much. I thought that you cared for me so much because you gave me roses. Oh, I thought that you said that this and that, and then it catches up with us, and then we have to explain, oh, well, I was doing that to impress you. I was doing that to get to know you better and to give you an expectation of me, when really that's how you really aren't in real life. Me, I never been the romantic type with women because I don't bullshit women. If I feel like I need to say something to a woman and it's gonna hurt her feelings or make her upset, well, then that's what it is. That is the truth in the time and the discussion that we're talking about. I'm not gonna sit here and put up this facade and say something to make you think uh, of something else rather than what I'm really saying to you. It's everywhere. It's everywhere in our world. It's everywhere in our world. Excuse me for 1 second, y'all. It's on dating websites. It's on people's channels. It's on these outlets where these people claim to be something rather than what they really are when they're by themselves and when they're alone and when they're not around people. It's like we're constantly putting on this facade that we are something that we're not. And how can you not be genuine with yourself? Like, I just can't do it. I can't fake this no more to people. I can't put on some kind of front and act like I'm something that I'm not. I don't have the energy from when I was, 16, 17, 18 years old to put up this facade for a woman that I'm Superman and that I can do everything she expects me to do and I can be there every second and I am such a manly man. That's insanity. That is just, you're using all of your energy to try to make them think of you some other way than what you really are. And we are driven towards this fantasy and towards this expectation that everybody has. And expectations are very dangerous too, because then you're expecting something of somebody to do something that they don't do. And then what happens when someone doesn't do something that you were expecting them to do? This is why me as a person, I don't make promises. I don't promise. I never promise anything to anybody. I don't even use the word promise. I don't say, hey, mom, I promise that I will do this for you tomorrow. Hey, yeah, Pop, I promise that I will get this work done for you at this time. I promise I'll be at your graduation. I promise that I'll be at the job at 9 o'clock sharp. I never do that, because then they will be expecting something of me that I might not be able to fulfill and do. And that's where the danger lies. Then what happens when people expect things and it doesn't happen? Then they get angry, they get upset, they build up this resentment for people, and this is what happens. And I don't know, it's it's kind of hard to explain and put both of them together, the expectations and this facade thing that we do, but it all correlates together. It's all, you're either or you ain't. You're either on this side of the fence or this side of the fence. You either see these things for what they really are, or you're somebody that is doing this in your own life, and that's okay. You might not even see that you're doing it. It took me until I was 34 years old to see that I was fooling myself. I was trying to be something that I wasn't. And, even when I get on these videos, I said in another one of my videos that I'm being 100% with you, when in reality, I'm probably being about 99.98% truthful, because there's that little percentage of where I know I'm being recorded and I know I'm talking to you, and I have that image in my head that I know that I'm talking to someone else and I'm recording myself, and that is making me be a little bit, to the point where it doesn't even matter that it's making me think that. But besides that, I'm telling you what I feel raw and real. I'm not holding back any emotion. I'm not holding back any thought. I choose my words carefully, yeah, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you a bunch of stuff that I think you want to hear, or just give you my opinion out of nowhere and just come out of my mouth with a bunch of stuff just to make you feel better, or to make you think something that's not really going on. And I can't do that with a woman neither. And this is how entangled we all are in this web, men and women alike. We're listening to what everyone else is saying, and we're listening to these dating guys and women that give you advice. Don't listen to them. Do not listen to them. Do what you do. Be yourself 100%, because there's going to become a time that you are going to be by yourself anyway, and you're going to have to live on your own and be on your own. And a lot of us cannot see that we're going to be by ourselves sooner or later. We cannot be around one person all the time. We cannot be around our friend all the time. We can't be around our mother and father all the time. We can't be around our woman or our man all the time. It's just like with kids. They can't be around someone all the time. When they go to bed, they're going to be by themselves. When they go to school or whatever they do, they're going to be by themselves at some certain point in time. And we have to learn these things for ourselves, instead of having other people tell us what they think, because it's just an opinion. It's just their view. And if I wasn't being me, then what would I be being? I would be being what you expect me to be. I would be being something other than me and being genuine to me. This is why it's hard for me to get with a woman that is like me, that thinks the same way. That she doesn't have an expectation of me. She doesn't expect me to bring her roses to her front door. She doesn't expect me to be right there at her beckoning call every second. That's just unrealistic. She doesn't expect me to, buy her material things all the time. She doesn't expect me to be this manly man, Superman figure, whatever people think of, whatever women and men think of in their heads. There's so many fantasies that we have. It's just unreal. But that is an unrealistic expectation. It's unrealistic what women and men are looking for today. It's unrealistic. Women are women, men are men. We live our lives. We have bad times. We get sick. We have emotions. There's things that happen, we're being led so much into these, I call it fantasies. We're being led into these fantasies and into these delusions and into these indoctrinations of everything. Religion, when you go to the store and shop, when you go on these places where it's giving you information on something. You have to learn for yourself what you need to know for yourself. There just comes a time in your life where you realize no matter what anyone says to you, no matter what advice they give you, it kind of doesn't matter. It's not going to do nothing. You have to get it for yourself and do it for yourself. And I'm just now learning this after 34 years of living my life, that there is no answer in other people and other things. The answer is with me. My answer is only with me. It's not with another person. They can't give me an answer for my life and what my mental state is and, what I know to be reality and what is true. So that's just something to make people see when you are being led by the hand towards something that you cannot live up to. And I want people to understand this, because sometimes it makes me angry. That is the response I get, and then my anger makes me do a video like this because I get angry about it, because people are leading you wrong. They're leading you into a facade. They're leading you into wearing a mask for someone else. They're leading you into not being you. Basically, that's what they're doing. They're leading you into not being you and who you really are. If you can't be you around people and you can't be you around your family and the world, then you're putting stress on you, yourself. That's what you're doing. You're putting stress on your mental state, your physical state. You're putting stress on your body and your health if you're being something or trying to be something other than you. And I want everyone to understand that in these videos that I do. I'm not giving you an opinion. I'm not giving you what I think that you should hear. We need to hear this because it's what goes on every day. And it's what is real. It's real stuff here that I'm talking about and I discuss. And I know it's going to help you. I know it's going to help you because it's going to make you more confident in who you really are and not have to put up a facade or a front or have to be something that you're not at your job or with your family or when you go out or when you're around your friends, anybody, whoever you're around. And then when you're by yourself, you will have more confidence in yourself to just be you. And if you make a mistake, oh well, you made a mistake. If you do something and you slip up and you say something or do something you didn't want to do, admit to yourself that you slipped up and said something that you didn't want to say or do. It's so easy. We're making this hard. We're making this harder for ourselves. That's all we're doing. We're making things hard, trying to be something that we're not. That's what we're doing. We're just trying too hard. This is the easy solution. Simple. It's as simple as this. I'll use this as an example. I can't wake up. I need a little bit of energy. You know what I'm going to do to make that simple? Thanks for watching this. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee and let the coffee go through my system to wake me up a little bit and get a little energy. It's not that hard. We're making stuff hard. And I, to this day, I still make some things hard for myself, and I'm still learning. I am still learning from this, people. I'm not perfect. I'm not, what you might think that I am. I'm not everything that you might think that I am. I'm not perfect. I'm not saying that I don't slip up and I don't do things and I don't get caught in these hypocrisies and these expectations of things sometimes, but I do, and I find myself getting caught up in them, and I catch myself and I realize and say, okay, I stop and say, all right, what am I doing here? What are my motives today? Why am I doing what I'm doing? How do I want to be? How do I really want to be? How do I really need to be for another person so they can see me in the same manner so that we can all be really comfortable with ourselves? You know what I mean? To get to that point in the day, that's what I strive for, is that we have an understanding of each other. And we do things how we really do them. 100% being genuine with ourselves. It's like I said, it's not that hard. It's not that hard at all. We're making it hard. We're making it harder than what it gotta be. It's not hard to be you. It's harder for you to try to be what everyone else wants you to be and thinks you should be. It's harder for you to live up to everyone else's expectations and thoughts of you or for you or what you think that should be. That is the hard part, is you getting yourself involved with that. I know, because I was that person. I tried to live up to everybody's expectation. I tried to make everybody feel better and think better of me. And I always tried. And when I was doing these things, I was being me, but I was still putting on that mask, that other side of me, that it just put too much pressure. It put too much stress and strain on my own mind and body. It was me being me, but I was trying to do other things for other people. And I realized over the years what I was doing. I finally realized what was really happening, and that's why I'm talking about this to someone who's watching, because you're probably stuck in this same point in your life where you're doing all the things that I just mentioned, and it's a process of getting out of that. You don't have to do that. You don't have to put this pressure on yourself. That's all a thought in your head that you have, that someone else is judging you or someone else expects something from you that you cannot give them and they can't give you. So, if you did or you didn't get something out of this video, it's just a video of me explaining what has happened to me before and what I know happens in everyday life. So, be you all the time. You have to be you, because you're going to be with you at some point in time, only you. And I can tell you this because I'm only with me 98% of the time. So I can tell you this side. And I was on the other side. I used to be around people all the time. I was hardly ever by myself. So that's why I can give you both sides of the real life situations that happen. That's why I can give you both sides of that, because I was on both sides already. I wouldn't just be telling you this just to tell you this, just to tell you something. So just take a minute and realize, what am I doing right now? What is my motives for what I'm doing? Why am I going to do this for this person? Or why am I going to go here? Why am I going to the store and getting what I need to get? Ask yourself these questions and then say, is this really benefiting me or others? Or is it just a thought that I think is benefiting or getting me and someone else somewhere? It's hard to determine whether something is a fantasy or something is real for most people, because I know it is for me. That's why I have to sit here and think, and that's why I pause sometimes, because I get caught up in, is this for real, or is this me just expecting and thinking that I have to do something that I really don't have to do? That's what I'm trying to get you to do, and that's what I'm doing. I'm getting you to think about this stuff, like I'm getting me to think about this stuff. So I'm gonna drink my cup of coffee here, and I'm gonna make it easy on myself and easy for myself. I'm gonna be me today and do what I have to do, and not put on this facade for anybody. Later, y'all.